The world. There are plenty of different types of worlds in media. Some worlds are desolate. While some are full of life. Some have humble wizards that know a few tricks, while some have great wizards that are practically gods. There are many aspects to worlds in this way, so when someone says world, they can mean a whole host of different things. Perhaps they're referring to the world in a more literal sense, like geography. Maybe there's chasms stretching to the Earth's center, or craters stretching to the Earth's core. Or maybe the infrastructure made by the people in the world is the topic of discussion. Vast underground networks of trains, tunnels, and elevators, or mailing systems that require mailmen to manipulate massive stone crates. The politics of a region, the magical elements in a story, and the culture of those living there are all elements of the world. And I say all this to make these next 8 words abundantly clear. Full Metal Alchemist world is one of a kind. The magic of the world is genius, the cultures and the impacts are clear to see, the geography feels realistic, and politics mirror real life in compelling ways. It's all around a story that demands every bit of your attention. And that's what makes it a well-woven world. When talking about Full Metal Alchemist world, I think alchemy is an important subject to touch on. The magic system of Full Metal Alchemy works via deconstruction and reconstruction, and this can only happen if what you deconstruct is equivalent to what you reconstruct. To explain, let's say you have some water. Water, for those who don't know, is dihydrogen monoxide, or H2O, which means it's 2 hydrogen atoms with an oxygen atom slapped on. Using alchemy, an alchemist can split H2O into H2, hydrogen gas, and O2, oxygen gas. And the reason I say O2, not just O, is because oxygen and hydrogen are diatomic elements, meaning they both like to exist in pairs of 2, which means if you split H2O, unless you're splitting one microscopic molecule, you're going to end up with O2 instead of just O. I think. And so you know hydrogen gas is flammable, so we actually see the characters use what I just mentioned in battle. And that's the deconstruction step of alchemy. The reconstruction step can be seen in a whole lot of places during the show, so I'll just show them on screen. I think it's pretty obvious what's happening. Just for some added information though, alchemists require special circles to transmute. They're called transmutation circles. While they can be drawn on the go, a lot of alchemists simply put them on their clothing, which I think is a really cool concept. So why do I like alchemy? Because it fits really well. The time and place are obviously unintelligible because it's an imaginary world, but Messer seems to be a European nation amidst the Industrial Revolution, which fits with alchemy very well. If technology mostly ran on human and animal power, so think smithing and horse-drawn carriages, the stuff available for transportation wouldn't be as diverse. And if technology was like it is in the modern day, there wouldn't be exactly a lot of discoveries to make for the characters. There's a lot of revelations in the show that are integral to the plot, and these revelations would be common knowledge if the setting was in modern days. So I think the time period matches the magic system perfectly. A lot of philosophical questions the show asks are rooted in alchemy as well, like human transmutation, for example.
This is the law of equivalent exchange, the basis of all alchemy. In accordance with this law, there is a taboo among alchemists. Human transmutation is strictly forbidden. For what could equal the value of a human soul?
Is it really just to make a human being? Is the life of a human constructed using alchemy worth less than someone born naturally? And if you can transmute anything into anything, does that mean you can transmute a human soul? The show's magic system puts all these things at the forefront. The magic system exists in the world of Full Metal Alchemist, and as a result, the implications of said magic exist within the narrative. That's the essence of a well-woven story. There's no evil magic that's evil because it's evil, and there's no holy divine healing magic because there's this point a guy on the internet brought up. Healing magic could be used for torture pretty easily, just as easily as telekinesis could be used to rip someone's body in half. Like, it's not the first thing you use it for, but it's definitely not the last, so I wouldn't consider healing magic intrinsically holy in any way. And just beyond that, it's easy to see how healing magic would realistically hurt. Like, a lot. So I think it's cool when the narratives actually, give these things second thought. As long as my favorite part about alchemy is that it just goes hard. Like, don't get me wrong, all other stuff is cool too and very important, but if the magic doesn't go crazy, what's even the point? And don't get me wrong, the non-alchemic fights in the show are still really good, but alchemy takes it to another level. One of my favorite fights in the whole show is when the flame alchemist is fighting this one dude. He's like, "What? You should be dead." And bro's like, "I seared the wound shut." And he starts imploding him with a lighter, bro. Like his igniter glove broke that he uses to fight people. He just gets a lighter, bro. And he's like, boom, boom, boom. When the nameless one is fighting Fear of Bradley, so Bradley starts dicing up stone pillars like a lawnmower in grass. And the tactics in the show are really good. It's not just back-to-back BS like a certain other popular shonen. Like, if you break down the fights in Demon Slayer, it really is, "Behold, my ultimate attack, you can't dodge it. Behold, my ultimate attack, you can't dodge it. Behold, my ultimate attack, you can't dodge it. Behold, my ultimate defense, you can't dodge it." But in Full Metal's fights, you can actually use more than one brain cell and still enjoy them. Like, there's this guy named Gluttony. Gluttony has regenerative abilities of disgusting, fleshy variety. And then there's this guy named Ling. You know how to describe Ling in one word? It be Asian. You know, not that it matters. You know, I have acquaintances that are Asian. You know, I tolerate people. The thing I'm getting at is that Ling's your guy. He's like, let him cook incarnate, bro. 10 out of 10 character. One of my favorite characters in the whole show, bro. Like, I just love Ling. So every time Ling's on screen, bro, I just start blushing a little bit. So anyways, he's fighting Gluttony, right? What do you do against this massive beast of a person with super regeneration, super strength, all that? Well, Ling shoves a grenade down his gullet, and obviously the result is him swallowing the grenade, so he gets blown up. And while the animators are showing off, you know, he's regenerating his bones and flesh and stuff, he ties him up with a rope. And when he ties him up with a rope, like, he's regenerating, right? So he's getting bigger, even though he already tied him up with a rope. So the rope's getting tighter on him, meaning he can't escape the rope. Because the bigger you get, the harder it is to escape a rope that was tighter around you, assuming the rope was And this one fight where Alphonse makes a smoke screen, sneaks the crackhead, gets exploded, turns into an earthbender, get his foot cut off, transmutes the foot into a sword, goes ham for a little bit, gets exploded again, and then rises to the sky with a stone dragon, bro. One of my favorite. Oh, hold up, bro. Hold up. And I know the perfect scene to describe this, bro.
After using Gigantamax, Ass now breaks out Mega Evolution!
Oh, that's lively!
Amazing! The Kai is so determined!
Alphonse's.
Aura is overwhelming!
And that's not even to mention the music. Like, listen to this for a second.
And just like that, everything changed. At that terrible moment, in our hearts, we knew home was a pen. Humanity, cattle.
Like, bro, what you mean home was a pen? Humanity, cattle. Also, I'm gonna flip the 12-year-old boy. There's a demon inside of me. I can feel it growing. Like, respectfully, bro? Respectfully? After what you just said, I want to disrespect you after saying that. Now listen to this, bro. Listen to this. Attack on Titan with a little extra, a little Creo Deus flair, a little Creo Deus change, bro. A little sprinkle of peak in it, bro. I say all this to say that the fights are absolutely peak. Like, they just be fighting, bro. And then the music comes on and it's like, dun, 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 dun. In conclusion, alchemy is a vital part of the well-woven narrative of Full Metal. It weaves itself organically throughout many aspects of the story. Also, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is peak fiction.